Yo, what's going on, everybody? Come on in. As you come on in, let me know if you can hear me. Also, share this video right now share this with like 10 people. Go ahead, share it with 10 people, and then comment, share at the bottom of this, all right? We're gonna talk about some things today. It's gonna be more like a rant video. I'm gonna be ranting on this video today. I'm just gonna be talking, okay? It might affect some people today who might hit some buttons here today, because we're going to talk the state of this crafting community. And I'm saying crafting community, meaning heat printers, printing community, the circle of influence, the Facebook groups. Like, we're talking everything today. But first of all, y'all come on in here. Good morning. Let me know if you can hear me, man. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. Let me make sure. I have a lavalier mic on, but I'm gonna make sure this one is actually ready to catch some audio here. Again, let me know if you can hear me and see me. I would appreciate that. Good morning. Hey, Bill. Good morning, Bill. Come on in. Good morning. How are you? First of all, if it's your first time here, go ahead, smash the like button one time. Let me know in the comments what city or state you're joining in from. And also make sure you're part of the Facebook community. It's called Fire Up the Heat Press. All right, so Fire Up the Heat Press on Facebook. Says sight and sound good. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So as you can see, man, the title of this video here is the state of the crafting community. There's a lot of things that I'm going to be jumping all over the place with this video today, because I just want to talk, right? I just want to talk about some things, talk about some beliefs that people have embedded in our minds for the last few years, and where we're at these days. You know, what's going on. Is the community still the same after COVID? Like, I wanna get your input. Join me in the conversation in the comments. I want to talk about it, right? I want to talk about basically, like, I want to start with Facebook groups, you know, like the crafting world, right? And again, if you're new here, you know I got my own Facebook community. It's called Fire Up the Heat Press. And there is a lot of other communities out there in the world of Facebook, right? That's geared towards helping us become better crafters or better printers. I'm using the term crafter here. I don't consider myself crafter, but a lot of people call themselves crafters, right? And some people feel like if you're printing shirts, if you're doing any type of printing, you're a crafter. So I just want to put everything under the term crafters today. All right, not saying you're a crafter, because I ain't a crafter. I'm a businessman, you know, but the term crafter is being carried out on all these communities. So there's a belief, okay? And I don't know where it is now, but I still feel like a lot of people has been damaged because they were told certain things to support certain people, to be a part of certain communities. And moment they went into those communities, they were basically being used. Okay, so you join these communities, crafting communities. Your whole goal in this crafting groups, right, or in these Facebook groups, was to get better. Okay, be a better person, to grow your business, to maybe network with other people, so you can then collaborate together to build, you know. And I want to speak a little bit on the mindset that people have around collaboration or building a circle of influence or a team, right? So I'll share my story a little bit. When I first started, maybe we'll take it back, maybe like 2 to 3 years ago, before pandemic. So before the pandemic, you know, we started the group, the community there, where basically I learned that in order for me to to really make this thing as big as I wanted to, I had to build a community. And with that community, I also had to build a circle of influence around me with other people, right? Other influencers, other business owners that were in the same network that I would love to work with, right? And a lot of y'all probably been through that same thing. And I understand there were, in my circle of influence, right, there were maybe like four communities, 4 Facebook crafting groups that I was a part of, including mine. You know, there were, maybe we'll talk, like there's a sublimation group there I was a part of. There's another group. There were a few groups I was a part of, right? Some of y'all are probably a part of these same groups. And so the whole objective of these groups here were to come together, okay, and build, help one another. I bring you value, you bring me value, all right? That's the ultimate thing. That's what everybody wants. So we build this community, we start to work out, we start to work together, all right? Because everybody carry this thing like, oh yeah, we got to support one another. We'll come back to that support one another thing, right? And there's a whole mindset like, oh yeah, we're all black. Let's keep it real. We're all black here. So, okay, black folks, let's come together and support one another. You know, since you offer this product here, I'm going to do this thing here and stay away from what I'm doing type of thing, right? Like that's the message they were preaching. And so that worked out for a little bit. You know, we were good. Business is good, booming. My group is growing. Their community is growing. We're sharing members. You know, we're sharing members in these communities. And we're starting to see benefits from one another. We're starting to see benefit from one another. But fast forward, all of a sudden, you became a threat. I mean, I'm going to just say me, I felt like I became a threat. I became a threat in the community or in this circle of influencers, or I don't want to use the word influencers, this circle of collaboration, right? And like I said, there were maybe like 3 to 4 groups, maybe like 4 groups that I was actively in. Like I was part of that. I was helping them. They were helping me. Like we were working together. We were working together because that was the intent, right? It's like, oh yeah, come on over here. We can work together. We can build this. And one thing I want to share, right? Before I became part of any of these groups or these communities, I already had a foundation as a content creator or an influencer. I want to make that clear. I didn't go to any one of these groups or any one of these communities to then say, oh yeah, I'm going to take all of y'all people, I'm going to start my own community with this. No, I came to the community bringing value. Okay, I joined these communities with value. I became even like professors in some of these communities, right? I became the guy that would send people to learn Photoshop and all of that, right? Like I brought value to these communities, you know. So there was one of the other communities there that we became like a little bit more tighter, you know. They were teaching classes and I became one of the professors in this community, right? You know, some of y'all already probably know the names and all of that. I'm trying my best not to call names here, but if they come out, they come out. I'm just laying it out this morning because I see there's a lot of things that's going on now. They're just coming back. I'm just watching from the back now. I'm like, damn, these people are toxic. They're hurting the crafting community. There's a lot of groups out there that are hurting the crafting community. Okay, and some of y'all know it. It's to the point now where the people that were part of these communities before, people that were my students, their members, they were super responsive. I mean, these people were happy at one point. We were all kicking it. But now it seems like that energy is just gone. Nobody cares anymore, right? Simply because people are now being mistreated. People are being booted out of these communities. People are being like blocked just because they feel like, oh, you are now a competitor, or you're like, remember now these communities were put together so we can collaborate, right? Like collaboration over competition was what we were saying for the longest, you know? So now we're in a place where I personally took the stand and went out of some of these communities. Nobody kicked me out of these communities. I took the stand to move away from some of these communities because, like I said, I'm gonna take it back a little bit. There were one community there that I was working close with. I was one of their professors. You know, was teaching classes, people were learning, I was bringing value again, and I was getting value back because now these people were taking my classes, I'm getting paid for it, we're building together, my community is building, and boom, all of a sudden that's working great. And then I made a decision. You say, you know what, I think I can go ahead on the limb and do this myself. All right. So I left that community there as a professor and I went ahead and started my own school, right? Like my own online teaching community. And that was Heat Press University. Bunch of y'all went through there. Okay, a bunch of y'all went through that community and we learned a lot together. But yes, like Aziz is saying, there's a lot of money for everybody in this business. There is. And people play with that idea a lot. Like, I'm going to jump back and forth because there are some things that I'm going to try not to say because, you know, for legal reasons and all of that. But so I left that community and started my own group. No problem. People were coming, people were responsive, people were learning, subscribers was growing, everything was good. All right. But now this community here that I once brought value to, and when I was leaving, I didn't just like leave or take their members and say, oh, I'm taking all your students, I'm leaving with them. No, I always, I believe in integrity, right? So I went ahead and I talked to this person, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and move on. I'm gonna do this on my own. And immediately the person was like, yeah, E, I give you all the blessing, support you, go ahead, do your thing. I think you can do this because I thought you would be doing this before because you have a lot of value to teach people. You just wasn't doing it. I was like, yeah, I know that, but I wanted to collaborate and work with you, right? So now this person gave me their blessing. Boom. So I thought. All right. So because it was a job and I have integrity, I was actually leaving on a 2-week term. I actually gave them a 2-week term because we ran this thing nicely, right? We had schedule. I had a class where I still had classes in the books that I was supposed to teach before I actually exited. And I was okay with completing those 2 classes, I believe it was. And so the next morning, here's the funny part, right? The next morning, after I got the blessing the night before, the next morning I woke up and I go ahead to try to report because we'll get up in the morning, we'll report in the group chat. I go to try to report in the group and I'm blocked. I'm like, oh snap, I'm blocked. How come I'm blocked? You know what I mean? I thought we were cool just last night. You gave me the blessing last night and said, oh yeah, bro, you can do this. I believe in you. I'm here when you need me. But now this morning I'm going ahead to try to just say good morning to everybody in the group. I'm blocked. Know what I mean? But I thought it was collaboration over competition. All right. So no hard feelings there, right? It is what it is. Everybody got their own thing. We went ahead and I moved on. They didn't stop me from carrying on my dream. I still went ahead and created the Heat Press University. We still started teaching classes and people were getting value. The community was growing. Everything was good. So now that chapter moved on, right? And in the midst of this now, so imagine now there were 4 groups. 3 other groups plus my group. There were 4 groups that I would say I was working together with, So now at this time, I'm working with this other group and I left this group here. I'm trying to break it down to y'all because this is what people are going through right now. This is exactly what's happening. I'm just watching it. All right. So I left this group and I went ahead and started my own group. All right. So a year later, fast forward a year later, I'm no longer working with this group that I left. Things are growing and I'm now working close together with these other groups, okay? And one day we go ahead to a meet and greet. There was a meet and greet and we're all there, you know. A lot of influencers, some of you are probably there. We're all there, this community, in this meet and greet. That sounds like, man, these meet and greets nowadays, it's kind of crazy when you go to these meet and greet. Sometimes these meet and greet has a purpose. I want you to understand, most of these groups today, they have a purpose to basically use you, okay? You are a tool to most of these groups. I want to tell you that right now. If you don't see it, you're only valuable if you're going to spend money with them. They don't want your suggestions, okay? They don't even want you to give value to the members in the group, because the moment you give value to the members in that group and they feel like you are giving too much value, they're gonna boot you out the group. And that's what happened. So we went to this meet and greet, and this meet and greet here, for some reason, everybody was being basically told, what lane they should be in. Like, yo, man, you should, like, I think I'm gonna sell ink. You stay in your lane. You're gonna teach classes. You stay over there. You're gonna sell blanks. You stay over there. You're gonna sell paper. That was the communities. I mean, those were the communities there. So now we're being told, like, yeah, man, I think everybody can make money here. We stay in our own lane. Don't step on nobody's toe. I want to tell y'all right now, man. Like, the future me now is telling you, don't listen to any of that. Like, don't listen to any of that. People are crafty with their words to get you to do what they want you to do. The moment you're not able to do that, you become nothing. I mean, basically nothing. You're blocked. Some of y'all blocked in some of these groups that I'm talking about, you know? So this is the state of the craft community, right? This is what I'm talking about here. So now we go here, we left this meeting here. And one thing about me, man, I'm a leader. I'm a leader no matter what. Like, I was a leader in first grade. I would be a leader probably the day I die. I'm gonna be leading some things. You feel me? I'm a leader and not a follower. So the fact that I have that leadership mentality, it kind of scared people. You know, people are intimidated by me. I'm gonna tell you that plain blank. People are intimidated by you. You know, people are intimidated by me. I know they are, because I step on the gas. You mean, I step on the gas and I bring value. I don't matter whose ass I'm stepping over, I'm coming. You know what I mean? So to know that. Anyway, so we left this meeting, and now everybody's trying to figure out what they're gonna do now, because some people in that were probably thinking about already jumping the next stage in their business, right, where to actually invest or bring this part of their business. Maybe their next part of business was to sell ink. Their next part of business was to sell paper. Their next part of their business was to sell blanks. But they didn't jump in those things because they were told that they had to stay in their lane. It was almost like, hey, you sit at this table, do not move. And if you move, you would not get anything to eat. That's like that. That's how they were coming. You know, say, okay, stay here. You stay in your lane. Do not move. How are you going to tell somebody, like, as a business person, right? You should already be seeing ahead what the next thing for you to offer to your customer, especially if you're in the sublimation business, right? Let's just say I have GC sublimation paper. I'm selling sublimation paper. Now, I'm selling the paper, but there is a full package there. Why would I not want to sell the ink? Or why would I not want to sell the blanks? You know, it just makes sense for that to come together as a full package for your customers. But because people felt like, oh, if you jump over here to start selling this, you're going to take money from my pocket and like whatever their beliefs are, whatever the beliefs were, you know. So now some people's growth were actually like slowed down because they were so loyal to what people were saying that they should do, you know. So again, I'm just one of those guys. I was like, yeah, whatever, man. I'm gonna do what I need to do. So I went ahead, I was still pushing the classes, I'm still doing classes. And I then dove into selling heat printing accessories. Heat printing accessories like the Teflon sheets, the Teflon pillows. I was selling like those things, right? Because again, I were under the impression that that's what was missing in the community because nobody was selling that one yet. So I was basically encouraged to go ahead and start selling that. I mean, so I went ahead, I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and start selling that because, yeah, I do see there is a need. You know, I don't want to sell ink, I don't want to sell paper, I don't want to sell blanks, you know, but I think I can go ahead and sell these. You know, that's what they're telling some of y'all now. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't sell paper because it's super hard. You don't want to sell paper. That's only because they don't want you to make their market even more crowdier. So it's like, okay, don't sell this because it's gonna take money from my pocket. And like, y'all go ahead and smash the like button, man. If you guys are following this morning rant, right? I'm just airing some things out, you know, because the more I watch, man, and see the things that are happening in here, and I actually got to stop, like, even taking messages from my inbox from some folks. People are busy sending these text messages, these screenshots, how people are mentioning me and all of this, and that's cool. That's going to happen. But I want to protect the new people that are coming into this crafting community. All right. You want to be careful with the people you surround yourself with. Their intents are, okay, are whoever. You might be dealing with one peer person or you might be dealing with multiple people, right? Their intents is really not for you. Because the moment they feel like you are like stepping in their lane a little bit, you become a threat and they're gonna do what they need to do to get rid of you, you know? So anyways, I go ahead and we come back. So I started still pushing my classes. So one day now, fast forward, okay, I think this is when things started to get a little ugly because ever since then, I'm still in a good relationship with these other groups. Okay, this other group that I left to start classes, we're on and off. I don't know how we feel about one another yet because they blocked me, right? But we're still interacting like positively because I'm like, whatever, right? I'm still gonna reach out to them. So now it is a 1-year anniversary. This is the part that I'm still a little confused on what even happened. Maybe some of y'all can clear it up. Some of y'all probably even know more than I do, right? So now it's a 1-year anniversary. And I get invited back to celebrate this 1-year anniversary of this community that I was first teaching in. So we're there, we're having a live, we're a good thing, we're on Zoom, we're having a good time, you know? And at this time, I'm still affiliated with these other communities. But one of the other communities had a problem with the community that I just left. I mean, like this is how people are running businesses. This is how we're doing businesses these days. Okay, this is how they're doing business. But they're so quick to say, "Go ahead, support. Oh, let's support one another. Black support black business. Let's support one another." That shit is fake. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Like, support who you want to support because the black folks that's crying for you to support them, they don't care for you. They won't support you in any way. The moment they feel like you're a threat, they're going to boot you out of their communities. Smash the like button if it's already happened to you, right? How many communities have you been blocked out of? Because you asked a question or you probably answered a question. You just happen to link somebody else's information or something like that, whatever the case is. So now we're celebrating this 1-year thing. We're having a good time. It's a whole Zoom party. This is like during COVID now. So Zoom is hot. Everybody's home. We're having a good time. We're having a Zoom party. So because now, this is my understanding, because I'm still trying to figure out what happened here with this relationship because it still is not clear. You feel me? I just moved on, but I'm like, damn, if you're gonna basically kick me out of there, I like to know like why, you know, if you're gonna fire me from a job, I want to know why you're firing me. Feel me? So I like to know things. So now I go ahead into this meeting or this party. We're having a Zoom party. And after I left that Zoom party that day, next thing I knew, I was blocked from the other group. I was like, oh shit, this shit is crazy. So now I'm thinking like, hold on. What did I do to get me blocked from this other group? But then I realized like, oh yeah, that group and this other group doesn't associate with one another. But because I was part of this Zoom party, they immediately like, oh dang, he is a traitor. He's over there working with them again. No, I was just celebrating a 1-year anniversary of something that I was a part of. If you invite me, I'm gonna come. You know what I mean? Even though we're not good, right? If you invite me to something that I was a part of, I helped you build, I'm gonna come to celebrate that with you. And people didn't understand. I tell people all the time, like, I didn't sign a contract with any of these folks, right? Before I became part of y'all group, I had my own value, my own platform, and I was already making impact. You understand? There's a whole bee in this place, bro. And we ain't gonna do that. We ain't finna do that. You're about to see me beat up this bee live. We ain't about to do that. What is it? Yeah, where should go? Oh, there it is. How you get in here though? Come on. We gotta see. I'll be laughing if I was y'all. Cause this goddamn bee's about to make me break some stuff in here tonight, this morning. Oh goddamn, this is not gonna be good. I need you to land. Just land on something so I can smack the hell out of you. Cause I'm about to smack the bull crap out of you. Got him. Got him. Let's kill this. Still moving. I'm gonna come back to the story, y'all, after I find that goddamn bee, cause it ain't finna be bugging me, buzzing around me. It fell in the box of Teflon stuff. All right, here we go. Right, so the bee was sent by those bad groups. That's a good one. So the bee was sent out. So anyway, let's get back to our story, right? So I want y'all to share this video because I want some of them folks that's in these groups that need to hear about themselves. All right, you could probably tag them too because I know y'all gonna be telling them anyways, right? But anyways, so this day now I'm celebrating, and I leave this meeting and realize like now I can't post into this group anymore. I mean, I can't post in these groups. In this one group that I was just like, we were cool. We were so cool. Like I was telling somebody the other day on the phone. I was actually talking to T-shirt buddy the other day, Ruben. Like myself and this other group leader or owner, we were so cool that at one point, matter of fact, I think it was the same meet and greet. At this same meet and greet, we were at their house, and it's to the point where we were even in their bedrooms. Okay, I'm not on like no crazy stuff. Like there were 4 other people in the bedroom with this person that were sharing some vulnerable moments with us, some transparent things that they probably never told anybody. Like that's how cool I thought we were. Because trust me, I would not invite any of y'all to my bedrooms. I just won't. Okay? If I happen to invite you to my bedroom, you can actually like sit on my bed. There's gotta be something there. It's either like you don't care or you actually care really well about this person. That's how I looked at it, right? So we were there, they were sharing some things about themselves, they and their husband and myself and the other group leader. We were all in their house. Nice house too, like nice house. Know what I mean? So now, after we left this meeting, for me to then be blocked from this community, it was kind of like, It bothered me for a long time. My wife had to actually like, take it easy. It's not personal. This is business. And I hate when people say that it's not personal, it's business. Sometimes it's a little personal. I mean, because you feel like you have built something with this person, business relationship. Like y'all have collaborated together. You have spent time teaching them stuff. Like they've taught you stuff. I mean, like we were building together. We were collaborating, right? Collaboration over competition. That's what it was, I'm just reading the comments here. It said, big facts, bro. Y'all keep that negative energy between y'all. We building over here. Yeah. So we went ahead and boom, I left this community. And I was so bothered about this last one, that one there, that I think I was a little stressed. I was stressed for a while. But I moved on. Eventually I moved on because I couldn't find it to myself to reach out. Actually, I did reach out to them. I did reach out to them because I needed answers. Like, yo, what happened to us? What happened with us? Because I don't like to leave things just open like that. Because then when I see you in person, I don't know how to act, right? So I needed to pursue, I needed answers. So I did go after them to give me some answers. I didn't get no answers. Now I'm blocked everywhere. I reached out on Instagram. I reached out. I'm blocked. So no problem. Now I just let it go. I start reaching out to people that were still connected to them to ask them yo, did they tell you anything about me? Did I do something wrong? They're like, oh, no. Exactly. It's never personal. It's the universe showing you. Exactly. So anyways, now I'm blocked from this person community, y'all. And for me now, this community here was selling, this is the community that was selling the sublimation paper. In the community or in our circle of influence, that community there was responsible for sublimation paper. They were top. They were the top ones. You feel me? They were the top people there doing it. So now that I'm kicked out of their community, I'm blocked from their group. I still have a group. At this time, I think my community was probably maybe 7,000, 9,000 members in the Fire Up the Heat Press group. I could be wrong, but the numbers were good. So now I needed to then figure out how can I still add value to my community if I can no longer recommend this paper to them, because why should I keep recommending it if they don't need the value from me anymore? They blocked me, right? So this is how GC Sublimation Paper was birthed. All right, so people ask me all the time, oh, recently I was talking to T-Shirt Buddy. He's dropping his new line of sublimation paper, and he reached out. We're talking. We're friends. We're good peoples. So he's reaching out, trying to get pointers and all of that. We're just talking, conversating, and I had to let him know. He's like, yeah, bro, I like your paper, da 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 da. And he's like, but how come you're letting it go? Because I shared recently, I was like, yo, man, I'm gonna stop selling the paper. And I want to share something with y'all, right? I haven't shared this with a lot of people, and this is gonna be something that some people don't want to do. A lot of people are never gonna make this decision that I made. Okay? Some people might think some crazy about what I did, right? And I want to share with y'all the only reason why I created my very own line of sublimation paper was to get back at that community. Simple as that. I had no intent on creating my own product. I didn't. I had no plans on selling products ever. I just wanted to be a content creator. I wanted to print my shirts, and I wanted to promote other people's company. That was my thing. That's the value I was bringing to them. Like it was so much work to clean up their content that I have done for them on my channel. I had to literally go back and get rid of videos that I was getting good money under. Because I'm like, okay, if y'all want to block me now, there's no need for y'all content to be on my channel. Still people are seeing it, getting money. All of that, I had to go in and clean that up. That took a lot of work. So now I'm mad. I'm boiling. Like, who are you to kick me out the group because you feel like you sell sublimation paper like nobody else can do it? So I went ahead and I launched my line of sublimation paper, GC Sub. And yes, the paper was great, but again, I didn't do it because it was that was the next thing for me to do. I clearly did it because I wanted to get back at them. That's the fact, honest fact I never really share with anybody on video. I didn't care for it. And you can tell, like, I would promote, like, check out my promotions on my Instagram page. On this YouTube channel, there's probably no promotional video marketing about that paper. I mean, because honestly, like, I didn't care for it. I didn't care for it. I just wanted to prove to them folks that anybody can do what you're doing. And this is what I want y'all to take away from this. These folks that are blocking you out of these communities, you can do exactly what they are doing. The fact they're blocking you, they're scared that you just might do it. I mean, that's the only reason why I got blocked. So, yeah, I went ahead and I dropped my line of paper. And yes, people bought it. For as little marketing as I did, people bought it because then people realized, like, yeah, there's still value here. Once you touch the paper, you use it, you realize, like, man, this is good stuff. And then I want to talk a little bit. I'm gonna sidebar a little bit, right? Yeah, it is wild, right? It's wild. I mean, it's wild. But those are those things that people are scared to talk about. Nobody will probably even tell you that. What I just told you, right? I did it just off of envy, bro. I just wanted to get back at them. To let them know, like, what you're doing, it's not a secret. I can go to China right now. I can jump on Alibaba and sell anything that you're selling. I mean, so I went ahead and I dropped the paper. And all of a sudden now, boom, paper is going, paper is booming. People are starting to say what they want to say. E is a trader here. E is this, E is that. Don't buy E's paper. No problem. So now there's one more community left, right? There's still one community left. The ink community. There's still one community left. I'm still cool with this community's owner. We're still good. I mean, we were good. At least I thought we were good. Because even now, they're still to the point now, I don't even know where we're at. You mean? But again, this is just me sharing, right? Trying to, for some of y'all to listen and understand, like, if you see things that are happening, these people are like, they want you to have a big unit, a big pack, and you can just sit back, right? Listen, you probably know some of these communities I'm talking about. It's not hard to figure it out, right? Like, if you watch their trends right now to some of these groups, some of these communities, the people that were there before rocking with them, they're so embarrassed of them. Like, how? How can the people that were rocking with you, standing with you, cheering you on, all of your stories that you shared were all with those folks? And now, those folks can't even stand the look of you. They're actually sending messages around the world telling people how bad of a human being you were. I mean, so now, no problem. It's crazy, yo. It's crazy. I'm gonna break it down to y'all. You feel me? Just go ahead and share. Smash the like button if you're liking this right now. Let's talk in the comment. Let me know some of these things that you're dealing with these folks, man. I just want somebody to understand. Like, you don't need anybody. You don't. Like, I don't want to say you don't need people. Don't feel like you need anybody else to tell you what you need to do in your business. It's your business. It's your business for a reason. You got to be the decision maker. So many people are allowing other people to make decisions for their business. And the moment you go ahead and you do something like, I guess, wrong, you are no longer valuable to them. But okay, so now remember I told you there was one community left. So now I dropped the paper. But before I drop this paper, y'all, because I'm a guy of integrity, I just know I am, I reached out. Like, I reached out to these communities. I mean, again, the other one, not the one that sold paper. I didn't reach out to them clearly because they sold paper too, right? But the other community that I was teaching in before I started my own teaching thing, I reached out to them. Because now we have built our relationship back. We were good. Like, we were on good terms at this time, you know? So I reached out like, yo, I'm going to be dropping my line of paper. GC Sub is going to be coming out. I know you sell paper too, but we can still make things work, you know? Like, I also see that you're always out of stock. You feel me? So maybe when you run out, you can have people come over here and vice versa, right? Like, I was still trying to work this thing out with these folks. But, I mean, they said okay and all of that, and that was cool. And I did the same thing to the other community, right, that sold the ink. Like, it's sad for me to even be doing this video. I wanted to do this a long time ago. I'm just like, I'll wait. It's not needed. But the more I sit back, the more I see other people are now like, people's businesses are damaged because they feel like they don't have that support that they had with that large community before, right? And I just want to tell people, man, like, it's time to pick your stuff back up and get your business back on track. Those people that put you out, you know, like, you can do it. I mean, because those folks there that put you out of those community, the things that they said they would never do in business, they're doing it now because business is no longer the same for them. I want to tell you, like, the sublimation paper game doesn't depend on one company anymore. And I'm so excited to see that. Everybody and their mother sells sublimation paper now. And I'm super excited to see that. I mean, that's not the reason why I'm even getting out of it. I share with y'all why I even started it, right? So for me to get out of it, it's actually a reliever. Like, because I actually hate packing up the orders. Like, I hated putting those things in boxes. Like, I just hated that process because I didn't do it with an open heart. I did it and like out of hate, actually, like out of hate. I did it just to get back at somebody. So yes, we made our money back. I didn't lose. I didn't make much profit, but I didn't lose. I still have papers here. I mean, there's still paper here. But I'm not going to sit there and tell you, oh, go ahead and buy all of it now. No, like, I don't care for it. I don't. It would sit here. Like, I have probably like 113 by 19 sheets over here. Another probably 111 by 17 there. And maybe like 25, 8.5 by 11 left. They would sit there, bro. Like, I'm not going to beg anybody to buy it because I actually don't want to pack it. You feel me? Like, it wasn't a big deal to me. But the fact that you thought that nobody else can do this thing, your whole business idea was so, like, so obsolete. Nobody else can find a China man or woman to send them paper. And while I'm going through this process, right, one thing I know about the Chinese folks, if you ask the China man, hey, I need this paper here, but I want to know, have you worked with these companies? The China man is going to tell you every single company they work with. They'll tell you, oh yeah, those guys, oh, we do their paper too. Oh, we do that paper too. We do that heat press too. It's all the same, coming from the same place. Okay, so it's this whole thing now. Oh, which sublimation paper do I get? Oh my goodness, the other day people were fighting in my group. You know, I actually let the post through when they were talking. People were complaining about the other company's paper now. And I'm just like, okay, usually I don't let that post come into the group, but I let that post come into the group recently. And My man T-shirt buddy came under there. He's like, yeah, I see all of y'all talking about this other people. Have you tried GC sublimation paper? This is his group. And I just like, Ruben, I appreciate you, my guy, but I'm gonna let the people go because I'm not here to tell you, oh, I have the best paper. Go ahead and buy it. Oh my goodness, no paper else compares to mine. You don't need butcher paper. It's a fast dry. Go ahead and try pressing things and don't put butcher paper on your stuff and see what happens to your machine. I mean, that's marketing, baby. That was a marketing term for y'all. Like, you need butcher paper. I mean, like, it was just stuff like that, right? So I went ahead and the paper sold. It was a big deal. Paper came, we did a whole thing for it. We did a whole lunch. Like, it was good. You know, I was enjoying that phase. But fast forward now. I want to talk about that last group now. That last group. So the last group there that's still left, which is the in group, and highly respected. Like again, right? I'm gonna make it clear. I am not saying here disrespecting any of those folks. I still have a lot of respect for each one of them folks. Like, I do. I honestly still do. And my wife would say it because I still talk about them. I'm still like lost in the limbo. Like, damn, what happened? I mean, I still care for y'all, just so y'all know. I mean, I'm still rooting for y'all every day. I see all the new things you guys are doing because even though I'm blocked, it still comes in the feed, right? But I'm still supporting y'all. I don't know if y'all doing the same for me, but that's okay. I don't expect y'all to because shit, y'all might just be mad. I mean, y'all might just be scared. I don't know. But anyways, I go ahead. I reached out to the same person again in the same time that I reached out to the other person to tell them I was releasing my paper because I respect them as a person, right? I respect them. And they were like, they had the other half of what's going to make this product whole. I had the paper. They had the ink. But that's not what I was reaching out for. I reached out just to say, yo, man, I'm dropping this paper here. Just want to let you know, it's going to be dropping real soon. GC sub, da-da-da-da-da. And I got no response. I mean, I got no response. I got no answers. Nobody texts back. Nobody answer my calls. And that's okay. You don't have to. I mean, you don't have to. That's on you. That's your phone, your business. You choose who you want to talk to. But again, right, like I said, if I'm feeling some type of way about you and then I see you in person, I don't know, y'all, like, then I need to understand where we stand. Because I wasn't always a nice guy, right? I didn't always wear a suit and tie and carry a Bible. I just want people to understand that. I mean, like, so when I feel like somebody has a problem, there's only two ways we can handle it. It's either I then learn that you don't have a problem with me, we can move forward, or we do have a problem and we have to fix it. And we can fix it anyway, because, I mean, Erastus is not just a suit and tie Jesus guy. I just want people to understand that. All right, so God is still working on me, y'all. He's still working on me. So I went ahead. I didn't get no response. You mean? But again, now we're back in Atlanta. We're back in Atlanta for a grand opening. From, again, like I said, man, this other community, this first community that I was a part of, we're back good. We're back good. We're reaching out one another. We're still helping one another do other things, And I went ahead to their grand opening. At this time now, I see this other person in person. I see you in person. And I felt like when I seen them in person, they were trying to dip me. Just trying to avoid me. I mean, like, oh yeah, I didn't know he was gonna be here. That's just my thought, right? Damn, when you're trying to dip somebody, like, oh damn, I didn't even know they were supposed to be. I didn't even know they were gonna come. Oh snap, they were invited? Oh, okay. You're trying to hide yourself now at this point. But because you didn't respond to me, I need to know what's going on with us. So I took the step. I took the initiative to be the man of integrity. And I went ahead, like, I chased them. You know what I mean? They weren't running away or nothing, but you were avoiding me. So I made sure you see me. So I made sure I was seen. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, what's going on? And then I brought it back up. Like, yo, like, I reached out to you, man. You know, I reached out to you to talk about, I mean, what I got going on. The paper's gonna drop soon. You know, this is where people, I feel like people get intimidated, y'all. People get really, really, really intimidated. People are intimidated by you, and you don't even know why. People are intimidated by you, and you don't even believe in yourself. That's the funny part, right? Some of y'all don't even believe in yourself, but there's still people that are scared of the things that you could do. You know, so no problem. I went ahead and I approached this person and I brought it back up, like, the paper, boom, boom, boom. Immediately, this person tells me, yeah, my bad, man, you know, just been busy, a lot of things going on. And, you dropping paper? Oh, yeah. Oh, man, paper is sweet. Paper is sweet. I wouldn't do ink, though. That was the response to me. Like, not like, I didn't want you to tell me congratulations or anything, right? Because what I did realize, this person already had, like, they have a thing going on already with the other company that sold the paper. Like, they have a thing. Like, there is something going on there. You know what I mean? They're riding with them, whatever. They might own part of their business. I don't know what it is. There is a thing that's going on there, and they're rooting for one another. I didn't expect you to ride with me. I just wanted you to respect the fact that I respected you as a person and reached out to you like a man. I mean, so he didn't say nothing. They go ahead and basically trying to tell me now how I shouldn't even attempt to do ink. Yeah, paper is cool, man. That's a lot that goes into ink, though. It's like, you know, making those profiles, you know, you got to do a lot with the colors. Like, trying to scare me now. Like, make it sound like so hard, like I'm some dumb boy or something. You must not know about them other people, right? Let them know, like, I figured out how to do paper. You know, I figured it out. And if I wanted to figure out ink, I could figure out ink. I could probably get it from the same China man you getting it from. I mean, so, like, so it's bad. Like, I'm laughing now, but I'm actually, like, it's relieving to have this conversation right now. You know, so I went ahead. If somebody else just joining, you're going to have to watch this video from the start. You know, you're going to have to watch this video. If you feel like you're going off a bit, you don't know where I'm coming from. I'm talking about the state of the crafting community, how these groups are messing up your focus as a business person. It is slowing your growth down because they're telling you you shouldn't do this when you know that's the next move for your business. Like, you just know it. You can't be selling sublimation paper and not want to sell sublimation ink. You can't be selling sublimation blanks and not want to sell sublimation paper. It just makes sense to tie it all together. You got to offer your customers more. Instead of me sending it to somebody else as an affiliate, which I didn't mind doing, right? That's what I like to do. I just want to create videos and talk about other people's business. Like, that's what I enjoy. So I didn't mind doing that with them. But, so I go ahead, try to scare me and all of that. All of a sudden, I mean, we were able to end up, like, I don't know if we fixed anything, right? But it was no longer awkward because we had a conversation, you know? So now we're chilling throughout the night and things are good. We're partying, having a good time at this grand opening, and everything was cool. I just knew, like, okay, when I leave this meeting now, I just know, like, this person is probably not going to rock with me anymore, or they will. But now I know how to handle this person. You feel me? And this person never moved. They never kicked me out of their community. I left. Because what I feel like, if you're not gonna, like, pay me any mind, like, I will post something, it doesn't go through, you're blocking it and this, that, and the third, why should I still be around in the community? I don't care for what you're doing. I really don't. I was only there to bring value to the people. If my value is no longer getting through, why am I here? So I left because I felt like now it was messing with my focus. You know, so I left all these groups. Eventually, I left all these groups. Even the one that I was still cool with, I left them recently because it was messing with my focus. And in order for me to stay focused, I had to actually exit out of these toxic communities, these toxic relationships. So now, this first group that I was a part of also sold paper, right? I think I mentioned that. They also sold paper. But one thing that this person was so loyal to, this is the thing, right, that I said, like, because of loyalty, or I guess loyalty, right? It was stopping the growth of this person's business. They knew what this next opportunity was. But there's like, I would never do that. Like, I'm never going to sell ink. I'm loyal to this. It's only them or not. How can you say that? You don't know where your business is going to end up. I mean, so now you're saying, yeah, I can never do this, I'm only going to do that. If you're in my group, you can't talk about no other person's ink because I'm only supporting this ink. We did that. Myself, I made that statement too, right? I mean, I did the same thing. Now it's to the point I don't care what ink you talk about in my community because I don't have an ink vendor. You know what I mean? And the reason why we start talking about other papers now in the community, because it's to the point where I don't care for my GC sub. I don't even want you, like, I don't care if you buy it. I told y'all why I even started selling it. I don't care if you buy it. I mean, it's not my bread and butter. It's not what put food on the table for my children. It is a great product. But I only started selling it to shut them other people up. I didn't care for it. I want you to understand. You yourself can go out and start your own ink company. You can go out and start your own paper company. Despite of all these other groups that you feel like you support all in all, oh my goodness. Like, I didn't have to talk to T-shirt Buddy, right? Oh, he's got his buddy paper coming out. I didn't have to tell him like, yo, bro, like, you can do this. Let me tell you what size sells, what size to stay away from, what box to put them in. Like, we're having those conversations now because I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for everybody. I mean, but so many people have came back. Oh, yeah, man, you won't believe. People are saying that we shouldn't buy your stuff. Oh, we shouldn't buy your paper. Oh, you're not a good guy. How many people can raise their hand and say I've done this to them? You can't, man, because I'm not that bull. I'm not that type of bull, you know? But anyways, so now go back, right? All of a sudden now, not all of a sudden, but this first company now that swear they would never, ever cross this other person and sell ink, they now have ink. Like, oh, now you want to sell ink? Why did they decide to sell ink? I mean, like, why? What's the difference now? Oh, because you're no longer valuable to this person's community. You're no longer a valuable asset to them as a friend anyways. So now you feel like, oh, okay, I'm not loyal to them anymore. I can now step in their lane. You could have done that anyways. You could have. It probably slowed your business down another $1 million. I don't know. Because you felt like you couldn't do it then because I guess your mentor, whoever, right? I mean, and again, this is not targeted to one specific person, right? I just hope people will take this conversation and relate it to themselves. Like, these communities that you're in, telling you can't do this, you need to figure out like how to get yourself out of those communities. You can do whatever you want to do. It's your business. You got to make the decision. If you can't make the decision in your business, you need to go back to work, because then that means you are a person that likes to take orders. I don't. I was a great employee, but I always knew I wanted to be a boss and make my own decisions. Right? So I just wanted to share that, man. So now the state of the industry is kind of weird. It's weird. People thinking like, oh, Maybe we don't have, there's no more money in this industry. It's all drained and dried. No, the people are dried. The people are dried. They're dried up. They've been drained. All the energies are taken out of them. They no longer even want to spend money with us. The reason why people are not buying your stuff, because these toxic community leaders have already messed it up for the whole industry. I mean, like, the industry is not in a recession. I think I seen Stan puts a video up yesterday. It's industry in a recession. I don't think the industry is in a recession, right? The country's in a recession. The industry is just tired. They've been abused and misused. Okay, industry meaning like the people in it, the customers, right? Our target audience. Those people now, they're not buying. I mean, those folks that were winning, like, come on. I'm not following their business model that much anymore. Like, I'm not watching all their videos and all their lives. I'm not in their groups, but I still get their emails. I mean, I'm still on their email list because I once bought something from them. I'm still on their email list. And their business strategy now, some of them are doing the things that they said they would never do. Because trust me, those companies that you guys were looking up to, it's not the same for them anymore. Business is not the same for them anymore. Like COVID spiked a lot of people's businesses, but now COVID is gone. It's back to 2019, baby. Them folks need to figure out how to get their income back up, because the people that they had in this community that were just supporting them all day, they're no longer doing that. Those people are abused. They're misused. They don't even feel safe around some of y'all or some of us. I'm going to include myself in that, because I'm not as elite from this. Like, I've done some things too. I mean, so it's super stressful, y'all. Like, it's stressful to be in some of these communities here or just be watching from the sideline and see how they treat people. Some of the time, sometimes I'll be like, really? You can talk to people like that? Huh? Like, you let people talk to you like that? No way. There is no day, no way, Jose, you should be letting anybody talk down on you because you feel like, oh, if I'm not a part of their community, I'm not going to get any clients. You're not getting no money from their community anyways. They're getting money from you. Like, we're being dumb. I mean, like, you can see how I'm moving now. I don't have, like, I can't even count on one hand how many people I really associate myself with when it comes to, like, collaboration. Because I've learned. And I want you to learn. Like, this is a future me now. I'm preparing you that's just starting. I see all these people now selling sublimation paper. That is amazing. Keep doing it. Keep making it hard for them other folks, because they felt like they were untouchable at one point. I love to see new inks in the market. I mean, the ink now that I'm using, I forgot what I just filled that thing up with the other day. We did a video on the channel where they're like, it's just something different, y'all. It's nothing to shut anybody's company down. I'm purposely not calling anybody's names here because I don't want you to think like I'm here bashing anybody's company. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm here giving you the information that nobody would talk about. Because now you're getting ready to step into these worlds and start doing your own thing. You're going to want support. You're going to want somebody to support you. And one thing I always tell people, right? You want to take advantage of other people's platform. Okay? But you don't want to be part of any community that doesn't value you. How do you know if they value you? Test them. Put them to a test. You know what I mean? Put them to a test. Start, if they sell paper, just test them. Act like you want to have conversation about paper with them and see how they feel, and see if you even wake up the next day as part of the member list. You'll be blocked. Yep. It's good to just peep in. You just peep in, see, oh, okay, they're there. I mean, again, I just want to bring y'all that value, man. Just to tell y'all, like, be careful. Just be careful. The state of the crafting community is not the same. We're back to 2019, probably 2018 and earlier. I mean, how can you get an edge of these things? I can tell you where you can get ahead of some of these companies, man. Like, start creating content. I mean, one thing I know that the value that I brought to most of those companies, I was their content creator. I mean, them folks were like, they're super busy. They got bigger businesses than me. They didn't have time to do their content, this, that, and the third. And I just love jumping on the camera and talking about good products. So that was the value I was bringing to these folks. So at the end of the day, if you kick me out, I'm still just a content creator. Like, people need to understand, I don't sign contract with any of these folks. I'm a content boy. Like, if you have a good product and I feel like there's something that my community can value from, I'm going to talk about it. I mean, I'm going to talk about it. Even sometimes you don't even need to give me a link. I don't even need the link. Like, how much affiliates money did I make from y'all? I mean, how much? 6%? Like 6% off of $70? What was that, like $6? I mean, like, I wasn't getting rich. You feel me? So, yeah, it's... Just be careful, y'all. Just be careful. The state of this community is not the same. The state of the industry is not the same. Our industry. Remember, we used to say, like, I used to always tell people, I tell people all the time, like, you don't want to have, like, don't price your product lower than the competitors. You don't want to price your product lower than the competitors or higher than the competitors, right? Because it hurts the industry. And that's how these communities now are hurting. They have hurt the industry. They have hurt the industry. Not because their products aren't good or their products are expensive. No, it was just their integrity. Their integrity is shot. Like, yeah, your integrity is shot, yo. Integrity shot. And I pray that business is still good, but I know, like, we're all trying to get our business back up, you know? None of y'all can tell me, oh, where you said you were going to be 6 months into this year, you're there, because money is not flowing the same. These people are not spending the same. If you're getting to the point, right? I got an email like, oh, 50% off on everything? I'm like, God damn, I thought this company only does one sale a year. I mean, I only do one sale a year. Black Friday sale. But now everything must go 50% off. It's not the same. I understand that it's not the same. I mean, so even if people show up on the internet to look big, thinking their company is all that, it's not the same, y'all. Open your eyes, you'll see it. It's not the same. Because the people aren't biting anymore. There's too many other fishes in the ocean now. It's not the same. We need a new strategy. Okay? We need a new strategy. We all need to refocus and see what direction we want to go. How can we really help the community? How can we lift this hurting community back up? Because we've messed it up. I'm going to check out your comments now, y'all. Now that I got all that off, not all of it yet. Maybe it might come back. But now that I got some of that off, right? Let me see what y'all saying in the chat here. UPS, man, FedEx tripped on me today, yo. FedEx has tripped on me today. Tell me now this stuff is not coming until tomorrow. Tomorrow. This one still says today. This other one says in transit. We'll see if it comes. I'm waiting on some banners to show up. I have 3 banners, 3 different clients that are coming in, 8x8 banners, and they'll both due this weekend. The FedEx is acting goofy. Oh, yeah. Anyways. Facts, bro. Okay. Crazy. So leadership is when the passion to impart defeats the pressure to impress, perform, or make money. Ooh, that's good, DJ. That's good. So leadership is when the passion to impact affects the pressure to impress, perform, or make money. That's leadership. It's more than money. It's more than money. It's more than money. What's up, Paula? Ooh, I gotta call this lady back. Oh my gosh. I'll call you back in 5 minutes. 10 minutes. I'll call back in 10 minutes, please. Okay, so what else we got? Any other comments? Anything else y'all gotta say? I just wanted to get that off, man. So thank you for the heads up. Keep doing what you're doing. You do it goes a long way. Hey, Paula, Paula, ¿cómo está? Buenos días. Buenos dias. Y'all go ahead, man. If y'all some Spanish speakers over here, you want to follow a good Spanish channel. Even though I don't know no Spanish. Is there another bug in here? Is that the same goddamn bee, yo? See, now I need to figure out where they're coming from. Oh, it's the same bee. This damn bee is back. How are you back? I thought you was left in that bucket. How the hell are you back? Got them bees messing with me, man. Yeah, make sure you smash the like button here. I've got to get to work now. I was gonna do this video live in the Facebook group. I said, nah, I wanted to be on YouTube so everybody can see it. Yeah, everybody can see it. Everybody can share it. Say it's good to try new things. Facts. It's so good to try new things. New things, new businesses. Not new businesses. Focus on new things to offer in your current business. Don't start new businesses, man. That's some of the focuses I'm working on now. Refocusing some of the things and letting some of those other things go. You know? Okay. See, I'm a crafting girl and now I'm trying laser. Not to go glow for. Watching that bee. I see it on my left eye. But another brand. That's awesome. Yeah. Like I didn't even kill the bee. That thing just dazed for a little bit. I don't know where it is at. I mess around, I'll be doing another video and that thing's gonna come back and try to land right on my lip for talking junk. I've been stung on the lip by a bee before and that was not good. That was not good. Coffee got cold. I'm over here marketing for Dunkin' Donut. They don't pay me. Said press the reset on your business. It's time. It's time for a lot of us to press the reset. Excuse me. It's time for us to press the reset. You know, it's a lot of things we need to reset. I just want people to understand, man, you can get into anything you want to get into. You know, it just make sure it makes sense for your business. You know, make sure it makes sense, man. Do what you want to do. You want to sell ink? Sell ink. You want to fill your printer up with another ink? Fill it up with another ink. Like, we overthink this stuff too much because people are marketing to you by getting in your head. You know? And I don't like that type of things. Like, that's why I told people I didn't force anybody to buy my sublimation paper. I didn't. People bought it because, like, they heard other people talk about it. I didn't even market that much. I mean, when we started off, it was like, I had like 1,000 of each pack. Like I went in. Like 20 grand went in. You feel me? And like it sold. I didn't re-up. Like that was the one time. I only ordered this thing one time. I went in. And now I'm back to maybe like 100, 150 of each pack. It was a slow grind. I mean, because, hey, I did it while I did it. I mean, to say that I did it, to shut them up. Because people feel like nobody else can do what they're doing. Like their thing is top of the line secret. Cut it out. Like I can search through Alibaba and find your exact vendor, man. It doesn't take that long. They're going to tell me anyways. They're going to send me your branding. They're going to send me your packaging. They're going to send all of that over. When you overthink, you overspend. That's a fact, DJ. That's a fact. When you overthink, you overspend. And this whole situation of GC sublimation paper was overthinking. So yeah, I overspent. And then when it was time to market it, I was like, I don't want to market it. Because it wasn't authentic. People might take this video differently, you know. I might get some batches. I might even get a letter served to me. I don't know. Whatever it is, waiting for the ride, baby. I mean, but I didn't do this to throw any salt at anybody. I just did this to clear out my head and give information to the world. I still care for y'all. I'm still watching y'all and cheering y'all on. You feel me? I just can't bang with y'all because I don't know how y'all move. You feel me? But yeah, man, I'm just want to tell people this world needs y'all, man. This world needs all of us. It needs all of our great ideas. This world needs all of our great work ethic, all of our passion. This world needs that. All right? It says something that a friend told me. You are not a Cricut brand. You are your brand. Yeah, you are your brand. I mean, even if you push other people's company, you are still your brand. Those people are coming to you because they like how you built your brand. They like your branding style. They like how you deliver videos. I mean, you think like companies find influencers just because they have numbers on their thing? Yeah, part of it is numbers, right? But they actually like the way they brand. They're not going to ask you to do a video if they don't like the way you do videos. I mean, so you are your brand. Take care of your brand. You are the brand. Jay-Z said, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. I mean, that's just what I'm saying, man. So that was my Thursday rant. This bee. I need to figure out this bee situation I got going on here, though. Y'all want to see me fight the bee in person? There it is again. I smacked it again, but it didn't go down. I got it that time. I think I got it that time, y'all. I think I got it that time. I have to stand up and fight this bee. But I can't say I got it until I see that shit on the ground somewhere. Because I thought I had it last time. That thing still got up. Y'all probably going to be like, oh, remember that live when E was fighting the bee? Yo, this heat press is hot behind me. I got shirts on the table. So you're definitely different. I appreciate that, man. I try to be different. Yeah, silly bee. All right. So let's see. What do we have to do today? Let's plan it. What do I actually have to do today? Actually, 2 hours. I'm actually behind. I mean, I'm not behind. That was content there. That was part of the content. A good hour video there. What do I actually have to do today? I have these shirts. I have these shirts here. All right. I got those that need to be done. have another box down there that needs to be done. About 76 in that box. Oh. What do we actually need to do today? I think I'm doing some digital computer work today. All right, y'all. So I'm out. I'm gonna actually focus now and do some stuff. Appreciate y'all hearing me out. Yeah, the bee's throwing me off. I might have to get out of this building messing with that bee. Yeah. Because there's people listening, man. The bee's spying on me. The bee needs to just go listen to the YouTube video and smash the like button. All right, y'all. Gotta go. I'm out of here. I gotta go. Bye. Bye.